Alright, everybody, welcome back to Shadowrun Hong Kong, the extended edition, extended. I am coming to you from the closet, where I'm currently hiding because it's the quietest place in the room, but don't worry, I'll come out later. Let's go ahead and, load on up and get on out of here. When we left off, we were solving a murder. That's it, we were solving a murder. For some awesome people who like technology and are kind of dicks, if I'm being totally honest. We met this awesome dude who likes like old movies and stuff. I think they were old movies or something like that. Luckily, just by happenstance, he was Japanese, and we were like, "Can you translate this?" And he's like, "Oh, sure." I'm like, "Cool." I think it was because we got all buddy, and I'm like, "Yeah, I like those movies." And he's like, "Sweet sauce." So we got a new friend. Yeah, we're at Whampoa Gardens. Sorry if it sounds like I'm breathing really heavy. I don't know why. I just gave a really hard sigh breath. I'm not out of breath. I'm just tired. Okay, mission. It's somewhere in here. Optional. Search. Oh, investigate the jack point. That's where I want to go. This one right here, the jack point. Alright. No, that didn't do shit. No, shut up. Okay. The jack point. Is it over here? Yeah? Is this it? Yes. Oh, cool. It was just right up the street. Just there you go. It's got it's a little cute little strawberry light right there. Okay, let's go use my investigative skills that I don't have. This bin is full of assorted chips, peripherals, and add-on modules for cyberdecks. They don't seem to be arranged in any coherent fashion and are spread across the felt surface. Okay, I was making sure I was reading that right. I was like, what did I just say? Yes, it's like a felt tabletop, like when you're at the jewelry store. Let's search through the bin. You sift through the display case, searching for anything that might prove interesting. Isabel peers past you into the bin as you search. That's interesting. There's a lot of storage memory, I/O handlers, and active memory in this bin. I'm not seeing any MPCP hardware, response increased chips, or anything relating to the hot shit decking Magpie was supposed to be into. In fact, you couldn't even build a full deck with this. Without the MPCP, it'd just be a glorified comlink. What do you think it means? Well, if I had to guess, I'd say somebody's cleaned her out. MPCP response increase, biofeedback filters, and all that. They're easy to move, expensive, and highly illegal. All the rest of this crap is good, but it's nothing you couldn't pick up at any electronics shop. You'd have to know what you're looking for, though. Only a good decker would know what they're seeing. I thought she was going to say looking for again, so I was just going to repeat it. I have a hair on my mic. There we go. Could Magpie have taken them with her? Isabel gestures towards one of the other displays. A pair of small cyberdecks set inside the locked case. I guess so, but if she did that, why would she leave the completed cyberdecks? No, I think this was theft. Good to know. You got anything interesting to say there, Duncan? No? Okay, good, cool. Cool beans. My hot adopted brother has nothing to say. The front of the server's case hangs open, the inner machinery quiet and without power. A clipboard is stuck to the side by a piece of duct tape, its paper filled with a long list of programs and their prices. A quick glance over the program sheet reveals names like Bugs, and Black Hammer. Undoubtedly this was Magpie's attack program storage machine. Somebody's removed the drives, and it sure wasn't Magpie. Here, look. Isabel gestures to the innards of the open server. Near the back, a solitary red light blinks. The main drives were disconnected properly, but it looks like she modded the server to have a backup drive with its own battery-based power supply. If it was Magpie, she'd have taken that too. Good to know. Crap, this is a Fuji XB1000, and it looks like the battery power ran out a while ago. The XB1000s are constant write drives. They're dirt cheap and have a ton of capacity, but if they run out of power, they lose their data. We're not going to be able to get anything off the drive. Darn it. I should have just called it the fucky. But I was like, I'll just say it may be right. Possibly right. Magpie's desk is kind of messy, is the kind of messy most people only associate with rats' nests, hoarders, and deckers. The surface of the desk is littered with cigarette butts, half-finished cans of soy calf, and scraps of electronics. A towering pile of empty instant noodle bowls sits next to it. Their sides are blazoned with Honest Wings instant old-time lamian, and depict a line of top-hat-wearing caterpillars dancing with canes. That's cute. Hey, awesome! I didn't think anybody but me liked Honest Wings noodles. Flavor like you've never tasted in a package of instant noodles, I promise. Gobbet taps the side of one container. See? This one's cheese curry broccoli. I don't know why it never caught on, honestly. Sounds... ugh. It's like broccoli and cheese go together, but then someone's like, let's just take curry and just throw it in. It's like, but why? I don't know. Duncan shoots you a sidelong glance, mumbling sotto voce. Gee, who could pass up the delicious taste of cheese curry and freeze-dried vegetables? Duncan, you read my mind, bro. Cobbett seems oblivious to Duncan's sarcasm. I know, right? People out there have no idea what kind of culinary delights they're missing. And I'm just like, fuck, you know what? Duncan, just shh. You gingerly root around the desk, doing your best to avoid the more disgusting piles and spills. It isn't easy. The desk drawers are stuffed to overflowing with receipts, cigarette packs, optical chips, and cables. Most of the contents are boring, useless, and disgusting. While searching one of the bottom drawers, however, a low-quality tin lockbox catches your eye. Someone has pried the latch off, leaving a ragged hole where a lock should be. The interior of the box has several sleeves for storing key cards, all of which are empty. A small note is taped to the interior of the box. Spare stockroom keys. The doors in the rear of Mrs. Yang's restaurant. Do not lose these. Use only if I am not available to open the stockroom. A stockroom, huh? So who broke the lockbox to get the keys out? Maybe it was one of the elders. They had the key for this place. Probably whoever cleaned down Magpie's equipment. That's probably true. I'm thinking you're right. Whoever tore the latch off the box was in a hurry. Any of the elders could have cracked the mag lock without much trouble, and most regular Wampoans could too. This seems like somebody who was tossing the place and wanted to get in and out as fast as possible. If someone was after Magpie's gear, her stockroom would be a gold mine. Boom, leave the desk. There's nothing else. Oh, there's a bathroom. I can touch the bathroom with my face. You search Magpie's bathroom. There's not much in it here. A toothbrush, toilet paper, some hairpins, and a collection of cheap makeup. The combination bath-shower unit, however, has minor flakes of a dry reddish substance near the drain. Blood. Dried blood. Prying open the drain cover, it looks like quite a bit of it was shed as well. Shit. Maybe Magpie didn't take a trip after all. With that amount of blood, I'm guessing someone killed her quietly, and then drained her body in the bath. It'd make it cleaner to relocate. This doesn't seem to match the killer's other scenes, though. Truth. I'm thinking there's a lot more going on with these murders than we were initially told. First, they don't even mention Magpie to us, and now it looks like she's been killed. Something's not right here, Silverwolf. Let's not mention this to the elders. If they're hiding anything, they may start cleaning up their tracks better. Truth. Duncan knows he used to be a cop, and you both used to live on the streets, so you know that you just need to be like, oh, I don't know what happened. Alright, now we gotta go into the sewers. Where are we going next? I have no idea what button I'm supposed to hit to get to, like, this. Search the Wampoan Garden. Storm drains. Find a key to Magpie's stockroom. Okay, so I need to find the key to Magpie's stockroom. She said it was behind the little, like, noodle place, right? So it's gotta be around here somewhere. You know what, we'll just walk around until we see something. That's the storm drains. So she wanted me to, that's the parking garage. That's the guy who used to be a detective and he was quite helpful. I don't want to talk to you guys because you're a bunch of liars. What about over here? We haven't really stepped in here, have we? Oh, random people. Hello. I have not talked to any of you. And it doesn't look like I can, so peace. That's fine. I'm trying to find the spot where she said there might be something, but I don't really see anything. Like, I don't know. I'm just like kind of just searching all the corners. Nope. Maybe, let me go back in here real quick. Maybe I missed something. Stop. There we go. There's just like so many things just going on. Okay, so it wasn't here. Let me go back over. Maybe it'll let me like reread it or something. Oh, okay. Where would it be? Shit, it was off behind some. Wait, I have an idea. No, shut up. Go away. There we go. There we go. Shouldn't there be like Pinocchio to Magpie stockroom? I know sometimes they have like the whole like dialogue thing. It doesn't look like that's here though. No, it's not. Yeah, that's all I have for that. I wonder if I go down into the storm drain if I'll find it there. I mean, that's like the only option I have right now, so let's do that. I wonder if it'll auto-save down here. Guess we'll find out. Let's go. Ew, I don't like this. Oh wait, what if it's... Okay, hold on. Sorry, just 1 minute. I just had a thought. I don't want to go talk to the elders, but I want to kind of go into the building, see if there's anything interesting in there. Like maybe that's where she meant. But it could just be that I have to go into the, I'm going to save it before I go in there. I have to just go into the sewers and then do it that way. Oh man, let's just go right on back down here and we're just going to save it here. Because that's like the very, yes, I'm sure. It's like the very first mission. And now we'll go in here, and I just want to look around real quick. See what's going on. Don't talk to me. I do not exist. You know, I haven't really talked to... Who the hell are you? It's just, I didn't see him there before. Let's go have a little chit-chat with this random dude. Excuse me. There we go. Octa, thank you. The owner of this shop barely looks from his PDA while greeting you. His tone is one of immense boredom. Welcome to Mean Vong Matrix Materials, aka MVMM. What can I get you? Oh, apparently nothing. See ya. He's just like not even interested. He's like, oh, someone came into the building. I'm like, okay, sorry. I like this chick. Rainbow? She's fucking kick-ass. Did we ever talk to... No, I don't think we talked to this person. I think I thought about it and then I was like, yeah. Welcome, sir. Welcome to Quack Outlier. It's Quack? Quoke? Don't know. Home of the finest clothing in Wampo Garden. I am the owner, Master Tailor, Wing Kai Quack. I hope that's how I say her name. How may I serve you today? I didn't expect Wampo Garden to have a tailor in it. Many people don't. There's a mistaken impression that we Wampoans are only interested in technology and the Matrix. But even technologists need clothing, don't they? And many of us gravitate toward lines of work where added protection is required. I myself am a material scientist, as well as a keen follower of fashion trends. What kind of material science? Fiber-related, of course. Primarily aramid fibers, graphene composites, and dilatants. It affords me a certain unique perspective when designing clothing that is not only beautiful but defensive as well. I specialize in high-fashion body armor, similar to the kind crafted by SecureTech or Vashon Island, but with a much more personal touch. Do you know what kind of armor this piece is from? Perhaps. Let me see it, and I'll tell you what I can find out. Winkai holds the armor piece up to her eye, taking out a jeweler's loupe to look at it more closely. Japanese markings. I don't recognize all of them, but this first one is Renraku, fairly recognizable to anyone who's used to seeing the name in Hanzi. The composition appears to be highly density ferroceramics, probably boron carbide with an interwoven bioaramid mesh. The staining on the edges suggests it contained pockets of silica suspended in polyethylene glycol, similar to the commercially solid gel pack technology. This armor could have withstood a significant amount of impact force. Even standard 7.62mm rounds wouldn't have had much of a chance of penetrating it. What could penetrate it? High-velocity rounds with a tungsten carbide penetrator would be the most common. This is the kind of thing armor-piercing, discarding sabot rounds were designed to defeat. A die-cutted melee weapon could do it as well, but there wouldn't be the kind of splintering at the edge. Same case with explosive rounds. There we go. We'd see spalling on the backside. Winkai hands the armor piece back to you. Whoever shot this off the owner came loaded with the right kind of weaponry to get the job done. That's for certain. And you don't carry that kind of ordnance around unless you're sure of what you're facing. It's just too expensive for common carry. Let's see what she's got on her person. I have no money, but I want to see anyway. Ooh, ballistic suits? Someone better be giving me some money. I want a ballistic suit. Actually, I think the armor I'm wearing now is better, but I'm not sure. Okay, bye. I just wanted to see what you had. Thank you, bye. Alright, well, to the sewers. Let's go. Let's go into the sewers and get murdered. That's what you do in the sewers, right? You get murderlated. So this is what we're gonna do, Octa. We're gonna find the bad guy and we're just gonna go full on Hannibal on the dude. Okay? Because this guy that you're trying to find is obviously crazy. You gotta be 100 times crazier. It's just he's just like, he bit me. It's like, I did bite you. It's true. That's a hole right there. Okay. Whoa, what the hell? Calm down. Jesus Christ, did you see how fast they went around? This shit scared the fuck out of me. Ooh, meat pile. The disgusting pile of stinking human remains smells strongly of blood and the first stages of decay. The arms, legs, and organs were all heaped together like stacked firewood, leaking blood and gore across the floor. The parts contained therein appeared to have been sliced away from the parent body, rather than torn or bitten. Judging by the clean edges of the cuts, the blade used to sever these parts was extremely sharp. This is a whole world of messed up Silver Wolf. Just like, what the fuck? Isabel takes a moment to suppress her retch. You think the killer stashed these here? They're stacked. They've been organized. This is our killer, all right. Octa's not impressed. Looking closer at the pile, one part stands out. It's a severed forearm and it's covered in tattoos. Words in a Slavic language and a shining lighthouse adorn the forearm, and ring-like images are linked on each finger. On the back of the hand, there's a skull inside a square. Whoever owned this arm isn't likely to be Wampoan, as the tattoo looks like they were poorly drawn and inked by hand. Rather than a machine, most likely Russian criminal tattoos. Is that our boy back at the ship? It's like, are you making that robot arm because you lost one? That'd be hilarious and also sad. If he just, like, lost his arm. And he's like, I have been trying to make an... Stop doing that. You guys are freaking me out. Christ. Duncan is even like, what the fuck? Don't worry about it, Duncan. I'm equally as freaked out. I have no idea what they're doing. They're confusing the shit out of me, that's what. Alright, let's go look at this. I was gonna go around, I was thinking, maybe there's something else going on. Nope. Just touch it. Touch it with your face. Despite the darkness, you see something glittering at the edge of the drain. Looking closer, it appears to be a necklace chain of some kind. It's become caught in the drain's grate, narrowly avoiding falling down the deep pit. Take it. Lifting the necklace out of the drain, you turn it over in your hand. It's a simple silver pendant on a chain. The silver pendant depicts a long-tailed bird in flight, a magpie. Well, that's not good. Is there any shit I can steal from this supposed monster? By the way, I think your friend or whatever is super duper double dead. Okay. Isabel didn't say shit about that. No, she was all interested in the dead body parts, but you know, whatever. I'm not like a doctor or anything. It's over here. Stop walking. Could you guys please make up your mind which direction you want to go? Dude, there's a straight up fucking table and shit down here. Like, they're like legit people just hanging out. Oh. As you round the corner, you hear voices speaking just loudly enough for you to make out coherent sentences. The speakers are definitely not local. They speak with a slight Slavic accent. Slavic. Yes. And their clothing is heavily armored. Okay, I thought our hot Russian guy from, like, back of the ship maybe came down here at some point and he's like, fuck, I lost an arm. Now I gotta build a new one. And then he's like, ooh, a new one. Around them are a number of crates and boxes, all mostly filled. It looks like the group is packing up. Yaroslav says the boat will be ready tomorrow morning. He's gotten everything arranged with the port authority. We move the goods to his warehouse. He'll handle loading them onto the ship, and we can get paid right there and then. The orc spits on the ground. I'll be glad to be done with this filthy place. Have you guys been eating people? 'Cause that's not cool. I will too. I hate having to hide in these damn drains. It stinks down here. I can hear the devil rats running down the walkways. Hey, don't fucking shit talk the rats, okay? You're gonna hurt Goblet's feelings. It's a mess, and it's disgraceful. We shouldn't have to put up with this bullshit. And Alexander still isn't back from his little trip. We'll have to leave him behind if he doesn't get back soon. I think Alexander is, like, dead. Or insane. I know, Galina. Until Andre says we're in the clear from the triads, we can't be seen with the goods on the street. If they find us, we go back to Vladivostok in sausage casings. Ooh, people sausage. Well, those Red Dragon Mudaki don't screw around when it comes to protecting their stuff. Who knows? Maybe Alexander was stupid and they caught him. Either way, we'll have to lug this scrap through the drains for a few clicks. Shouldn't be messing with a triad. Several boxes near the two women bear a distinctive label, a magpie in flight, the same emblem you saw stamped on Magpie's equipment in her shop. The orc woman sniffs the air suspiciously, and her eyes dart towards the dark tunnel you stand in. Before you have a chance to get out of sight, she locks eyes with you. I'm not here. I am invisible. Oh my gosh, I took a wrong turn. This isn't my house. The orc lifts her chin as she regards you, cracking her knuckles. What have we here? A curious little pest come looking for things that don't concern him. What do we do with pests, Galina? Galina puts a hand on her shotgun's barrel. We break them, Vasila, and then we hammer a spike through each of their throats, so anyone who sees their bodies knows not to meddle in our affairs. I suggest you stay where you are, pest. The Wampoan elders know I'm down here. You start a fight, you're going to have every drone and cyber junkie on these streets crawling up your ass. I'm not here to meddle in anything, I'm just looking for a serial killer. Ooh, what do I say? Let's do the first one. I saved it. Some of the cockiness goes out of the Russian woman's eyes. She shifts back and forth nervously, shooting a glance at the orc. Finally, she lifts her shotgun, sighting along the barrel. You think we're afraid of those little worms? You think we're afraid of you? Don't make me laugh. We could be out of here before they ever realize you were missing. You don't even know, bitch. You think those crazy chipheads will give a shit about what happens down here? I don't think so. Duncan sneers at them, spitting on the ground. Make a move, shithead. Give me a reason to put you down. You thugs think you're so hard, I kill trash like you every damn day. I don't want to fight. I don't care what you're doing down here, or what you've stolen. I just want to find the person murdering the Wampoan elders. You think I give a shit about what you're doing down here? None of that concerns me. So why the hell should we let you live? Ooh, I've got my gang etiquette. Andre is obviously the vor here. You're just enforcers, and he doesn't want a scene while you're in the Wampoan garden. Truth. Vasilisa, that's her name, not Vasila. Vasilisa shoots Galina a sidelong glance. He's right, Galina. Andre would have our heads if we had to recover before the shipment was ready. Shit. Galina lowers the shotgun, though her posture remains wary. You don't care about what we're doing? Not really, no. I have a job to do. This is incidental. He's like, I don't fucking care. Nah. So what do you want from us then? You took Magpie's keycards, didn't you? Yes, we did. Alexander took one earlier. He said he wanted to sweep the stockroom, see if there was anything worth stealing in it. Vasilisa tosses you a keycard. Here, we don't have time for this. We have to move the gear. You want to play detective? Go right ahead. Wait, I had more questions! Vasilisa, you just fucking shooting me down like that, you hoe? I had more questions. Just call her a hoe. You again. What now? Is there anything you can tell me about the murders that I might not know? You think we get out a lot? I wouldn't have even known there were murders if I hadn't bothered to come out to get some soy calf last week. It's none of our business, and it isn't our problem. And I like it that way. She's like, fucking, I don't fucking, that's all I had. Why can't I talk to one of these dinguses? Ooh, nice bed, by the way. It looks super comfy, even if it is on the floor. Up to one paw. See, I solved that without any murders. Oh. Okay. Alright, time to go off and do some more crimes. Actually, I don't think I've done any crimes. Well, have I stolen things? Maybe, but they were probably from bad guys, so who cares? Let's go touch some stuff. This one right here? Sure. Yes. Touch it. Touch it with your face. Whoa! The music needs to calm down. I swear, if it tells me that I can't save while there are enemies nearby, I will eat someone. Okay. I'm super into, just eating people. This sounds good. Boom. Confirm. Hello? Any serial killers who have a proclivity for, collecting limbs down here? Food. Despite the table's crude construction, an artfully laid meal awaits the owner. Several small dishes are filled with pickled vegetables with a large plate, I can't read tonight. While a large plate is arranged with long slices of raw meat. The meat is a pale pinkish white, like raw pork, and is covered in a light soy marinade. It's people. Poking at the raw meat, you discover that it's surprisingly tender. What's more, it has the faint aroma of marinade, as if deliberately prepared. Eat it. You saved it. Eat it. The flesh is a little tougher than you would expect, but surprisingly flavorful. There's no bitterness or gristle to it. In a few moments, you finish the small piece, and it leaves only the barest hint of an aftertaste in your mouth. Duncan's gonna be like, dude. Gobbet watches you eat, her mouth slowly falling open. Alright, Silverwolf. I know I love food, but you take it to a whole new level. Gobbet's like, the fuck? I mean, we walked into a basement stockroom, which is obviously inhabited by somebody. What's the first thing you do? Steal their dinner. That's just cold. I was just testing it, Gobbet. What if it was, poisoned? It's people. They're gonna be like, who ate my people? This box is packed full of odds and ends. It nearly overflows with a collection of knickknacks, souvenirs, and assorted personal effects. There is no rhyme or reason to the collection of items. They appear to have been thrown in haphazardly. Among the contents are charms from various temples, a wooden mask, and a paper fan. Let's touch the mask. Do it. The wooden mask is extremely light. It's been painted a pale white, and the surface is almost as smooth as porcelain. Delicate features and lifted eyebrows are matched with bright red lips and delicate carved teeth. The teeth have been stained a deep black. I'm just, touching all these things that could possibly be cursed because, why the fuck not? I mean, look at me. I'm clearly that, really, pretty dude who's just ooh, dangerous things, don't mind if I do, and then, the hottie with the body has to come in and be like, save me. The small charms are square cloth packets, each approximately 1 inch wide and 3 inches tall. They come in a variety of bright colors, and are embroidered with characters for prosperity, peace, wealth, and protection. Inside each appears to be a folded paper prayer or fortune written in Japanese. Examine the fan. Unfolding the fan, you tilt it up toward the light to examine it. The image depicts an East Asian city from the 19th century or earlier, curved roofs at sunset beside a deep blue river. Two ships sail down the river, which is in turn spanned by a long wooden bridge. In the foreground, laborers carry buckets along the shore as a man on horseback rides in the opposite direction. In the distance, a pair of large red buildings dominate the city skyline. One large temple hall and a 5-tiered pagoda. Okay, leave in the box. As you step away from the box, you hear a slight click in the distance. The sound of the door's latch shutting. You are no longer alone in the stockroom. Hello, samurai. Standing before you is a man clad in heavy armor and bearing a katana on his hip. His skin is an ashen gray, his eyes dead white, his teeth are jagged and appear quite sharp. This is no man. This is a ghoul. The ghoul's blind eyes search back and forth as it regards you. It cannot see you, but you have a sense that it knows exactly where you are at all times. Ah, a hired gun. No doubt brought to bear against me by the Wampoan elders, a means by which they can lift the curse plaguing them. I salute your tenacity, but I wonder, will you hear me out before raising your weapon to kill me? You're a ghoul and you're talking? You don't seem interested in eating me. Don't even think about attacking me, ghoul. Let's do the second one, just because it seems funny. That one. I like it. Yes, I am not only talking, I am reasoning as well. And since you have not attempted to kill me, your own higher faculties are engaged. I am a curiosity to you. The ghoul bares his teeth, breath rasping over them as he inhales. You wish to know not only what I am, but what I have done. As for who, you may call me Gaichu. I know who you are. You're the one killing the Wampoan elders, but you're still a serial killer. I'll do the first one. You are correct. I have killed all of the Wampoan elders to date, though only Elder Magpie was according to my initial plan. I regret the deaths of the other elders, but it was necessary. What does Gaichu mean? Harmful insect. It's a name I have taken for myself, since the word is usually applied to pests, especially ones who drink blood, such as leeches and mosquitoes. The first character means injury or evil influence, and the second means insect or worm. This affair began simply enough. As you may surmise, I am not someone who can be seen in public without great risk. Wampo Garden is an excellent place to hide, no police or triad presence, and a minimal interest in things that lurk in the shadows. Unfortunately for me, Elder Ing discovered me through communion with her spirits. Rather than kill or chase me away, she came to me with a proposition. Ing and the other elders were having problems with one of their number. An elder named Magpie had been holding many of their plans hostage and would not budge. They could not remove Magpie, however, because her services were too useful to the Wampoans at large. Ing offered me payment to dispose of Magpie, and I accepted. Wu shoots you a sidelong glance, tosses a bear as he grits his jaw. Why the hell are we talking to this thing, Silver Wolf? It's a goddamn ghoul, and you know what they're like. Yeah, they like to bite shit. Fucking Duncan, shut the fuck up. Take a breath, bro. Really? What, pray tell, am I like? All teeth and claws and bad manners, I expect. Gaichu's tone is amused, despite the harshness of his rasping voice. Really? You want to crack jokes, you cannibal? Wu takes an involuntary step forward, raising his rifle. You're the kind of monster that devour a family just because it's convenient. Remember the 162, Silver Wolf? He's just like them. The 162s were a gang, Wu, in the Barrens. Like that makes a bit of difference. Go on then, talk to the monster, but I'm keeping my finger on the goddamn trigger. Fine, okay. I believe that we were speaking of the Elder's plans to have me kill Magpie. Surely you must be a little curious about that. You didn't clean up all of her blood. I found some in her drain. Ah, unfortunate. I had thought I was careful enough. Having it on my hands must have obscured my sense of smell enough that I missed the last remnants in the drain. I disposed of Magpie's body by emptying the blood in her bathroom. Then I cut her up into more portable pieces. Those were placed in a plastic tarp, which I took to the storm drains and hid. Gaichu nonchalantly waves a hand, his tone flat and unconcerned. It's unfortunate, but my survival depends upon consumption of raw metahuman flesh. Letting such nourishment go to waste would be a foolish error. But why kill the other elders then? That doesn't explain everything. Let's do that one. Afford me a moment, and I will explain the rest to you. I contacted the elders, not in person, of course, and they arranged to exchange payment. I assumed since the job was done, Ing would be a woman of her word. Baring his teeth, Gaichu hisses his next words across clenched teeth. I was mistaken. I arrived at the nearby parking garage the elders had told me about. They'd cleared out the other Wampoans under some pretense, though I'm not sure what ruse they used. The elders never showed up. Instead, several members of the Hong Kong police force arrived. They were more heavily armed than usual, so I suspect they knew something of my nature. I saw scarring on the concrete from bullets and a blade. You killed them with a sword? And my hands, yes. My blindness precludes the use of ranged weapons, unfortunate, since I was an excellent shot before I became infected. But my skills in grappling and kenjutsu have only increased. A battle of swords is a clash of souls. Mine was stronger than theirs, and they perished. A betrayal of that sort cannot stand. Not only was I not paid for my time and effort, the Wampoan elders treated me like a common animal, and I am so much more than that. Reputation is everything, and I had none. I had hoped to build a network of contacts so that I would be able to continue finding work, but with that treachery, my hopes were dashed. I decided to become the monster that they feared. One by one, I have eliminated them. They know how to contact me and could have ended their nightmare at any time by making amends. I would have asked for more money, but I would have ceased my hunt, yet they did not. Instead, they contacted you, no doubt asking you to eliminate me where the police had failed. So I ask you, what now? What will you do? Will you attempt to finish what the Wampoans started, or will you treat me with the same humanity I have shown you? Let me ask you some questions. Very well, what would you like to know? Did you eat the elders? Some of them, not all. My condition requires that I consume raw metahuman flesh. I do not require a great deal to survive, perhaps 3 to 4 pounds per week. Consequently, there is vastly more supply than demand. Is this from your armor? Ah, yes. I felt a ragged edge on one shoulder blade. I assume it was removed when one of the police officers shot me with his rifle. The hazards of war include unkempt attire, unfortunately. Why would the elders have you killed instead of paying you? Any number of reasons. They are notorious cheapskates, and will always try to save money when dealing with outsiders. It could be their natural inclination toward profit. They may regard me as subhuman and therefore unworthy of respect. It could be that they felt I was too dangerous to allow to live. It could even be that they simply did not like me. If I let you live... Oh, sorry, I didn't even read this. The net result is the same. However, they reneged on a deal we brokered and attempted to have me killed. A message must be sent. Blood must be paid. As they have hired you to kill me, they have obviously not learned their lesson. If I let you live, what will you do? Kill the rest of the elders and anyone else they send to exterminate me. It is a matter of survival. Should I ever have the opportunity to work freelance again, potential employers need to understand the price of betrayal. These murders are my curriculum vitae in revenge. You killed Magpie. I'm gonna kill you. I've made my decision. Oh? What then will you do? How will this story end? What? I can choose? Come and work with me. I can be your face. Interesting. Can I save it again before? Maybe? No, I can't. Crap. But I don't have any human flesh. Shit. I mean, I saved it when I came down here, so let's just kill him and see what happens. I don't know. He killed Magpie. I mean, Magpie was innocent, right? I mean, yeah, she was holding some stuff, but... Fuck it. Whoa, where do you think you're going, hot stuff? Don't think so. Your ass back over here. He was like, ow, fuck. Duncan, bring your hot stuff over here and shoot him in the back. Gob it. And... oh, she isn't going to be able to fire through me. Alright, we're going to have to get close, girl. Wow, he like just ignored the shit out of me. Fun. As the ghoul falls, you pause to collect yourself. The smell of blood and gore hangs heavy in the air. What's done is done. Your contract with the Wampoans is complete. All that's left to do is inform them. I guess that's that. Too bad the guy was a serial killer. I know how he felt. If the elders did screw him over like that, he had a good cause to go after them. But the way that he did it? Shit. There are limits to what's acceptable. No, I mean, he's right. He really is. There's like a limit to what you can do revenge-wise, I feel. And he went a little, I want to say wackadoodle? Is that a good... Oh, so by the way, I ate people for sure. For sure. I was just like eating this like human. I mean, he said it was like pork, and I'm like, no, it's not pork, honey. It's not pork. I'm not sorry, I was hungry. Oh, Octa, my sweet spirit animal. Alright, let's go over here. I ate people. You know what else? You know what I didn't do? Because I was super distracted by what was going on in front of my face. I didn't set a timer. It's fine. Oh, who are these people over here? Who are all these liars? Oh, yeah, we gotta do the whole double click. Welcome back, my friend. What news do you have for us? I found the killer. He's dead. Ing's relief is palpable. Excellent. We can sleep soundly for once without looking over our shoulders. We were in your debt. About that. He told me a pretty interesting story before I killed him. Ing's face pales. She grits her teeth slowly, enunciating her reply. I'm certain the killer would have said anything to shift blame. Perhaps we can compensate you a little extra for your trouble. Thanks very much. I'd like that. We'll be very happy to add a little extra to your fee for all the hard work you've done. And of course the discretion for which you're known. I'm telling my aunt. Return to Haoi. Oh, bitches. I'm just trying to repay a debt, but no, it's gotta be all complicated with moral choices. Oh, I wish that cop was still here. I'd be like, hey, I gotta tell you something. The elders had her killed. And then just like, peace out. Alright, let's go back to Haoi. Oh. I like that I'm just like wearing what looks like a dress. The MTR rockets noiselessly towards Haoi along the edge of Kowloon Bay. The black water glitters in the night with the light of 1,000 reflected storefronts. The Wampoan elders may have lied to you, but business is business, and ghouls are dangerous creatures, even at the best of times. Did the ghoul deserve death, though? The uncertainty of that choice is as clouded as the sky above you. I kind of want to go back. I kind of feel bad. I mean, God, they stabbed him in the back, but he went a little, like, cuckoo bananas. But they did... Okay, I think... I kind of want to reload and just, like, see what happens. Like, honestly... I'm curious. I gained 8 karma. It's so hard, like... Is that guy's name Steven? His name's... Stop walking. His name is Steven Dynamite. Why is it so hilarious? Excuse me. A disheveled man in filthy rags teeters on the sidewalk, wobbling on unsteady legs. His bloodshot eyes dart about desperately, and the acrid sweet odor that wafts off him buzzes unpleasantly in your nostrils. You okay, man? You have to help me, man. His teeth grind as his grip tightens. His hand feels like a vice. I need your help. Say the magic word first. The man yanks you closer, your eyes are watering from his pungent proximity. Still, you notice that his tattered clothing bears designer logos. Please, please, take handsomely a message for me. Never heard of him. Now who are you and why are you touching me? I'm Steven. Steven Dynamite. He nods eagerly, desperation in his eyes. A sluggish tongue wipes itself over the cracked skin of his lips. Look, you've got to help me. I've been poisoned. That crap at least told me bad things in my head. Whenever I close my eyes, I see dark, narrow tunnels. So many hands grabbing, razor-sharp teeth gnawing, and the children. Bad things in your head. Are you talking about hallucinations? The junkie stares into space. A faint trickle of saliva makes its way down his chin. No, not exactly. More like nightmares. They feel very real. Teeth biting. Faces I knew. His trembling voice trails off. You know the whole nightmare thing has been going around. It isn't just you. Alright, calm down. I'll do what I can. I do nothing without I'll do the second one. Then tell Lee what he's done to me. That I need relief. Tell him what I want. His sentence trails off. What do you want? I want my money back. His reedy voice wavers, but he stops and says no more. Poisoned, nightmares, money back, got it. Anything else? Just please come back, and please hurry. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Frederick, do you know? Do you know who that is? People don't realize that you gotta check for internal weapons as well as external ones. And you know how to do that? I've got it down to a science. You just need the right technique. Matter of fact, I caught a guy just last week with a phosphorus grenade in his leg compartment. And what did you do? Disarmed him, of course. Got it back behind the bar now. I'm gonna blow it off in the river. Impress some girls. I'll be good, I promise. I'm looking for information. Doubt I can help much, but I'll try. I don't really care about any of that. I'm more interested in this guy's, like, whatever. Okay, hold on. He's like, please go find the guy who did there's maximum law. I have no idea who the fuck he is, but he looks very interesting. Okay, let's look at my missions really quick. Here. Nope. Oh, no, it's just like, pfft. Also, I don't know who this guy is that he's like, you know, like got a thing with, but I'm sure I'll find him at, what is this down here again? What are you? Oh, it's just, oh, okay, never mind, go away. Just like, what is that? Hey, oi, smuggler. Excuse me, I'm looking for a guy who sells the drugs. Two men in dirty synth leather jackets look up from their conversation as you approach, or at your approach, sorry. They both look haggard, their shoulders sunk with exhaustion, and neither appears to have shaved this morning. What do you want, man? We're talking here. I'm new in town, figured it'd pay to make all the connections I can. A grim chuckle rumbles out of him. You chose the wrong day, stranger. We're moving further downstream and we're doing it today. There's something wrong with this place. Too many bad dreams. I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. The man blinks, his expression shifts from guarded to curious. Did you dream it too? The long corridor and the thing with the ivory crown? Yeah. He licks his lips, nodding. Lots of people in town dreamed it, or something like it. From the folks I've talked to, there were a bunch of different versions. Some people turned away from the corridor, went down alleys, that kind of thing. I've never even set foot in the walled city before, stranger. So tell me, why the hell am I dreaming about it all of a sudden? I don't even know what the damn thing looks like on the inside. I think that there's something strange going on, something magical, and the walled city is where it's coming from. Stranger things have happened. No, why are you asking me? Let's do this one, the top one. He grunts. It's a curse. Nothing else it could be. Everybody knows that the place is haunted, a living hell full of evil spirits and poison key. If you're not careful, you'll wind up trapped inside with the rest of the human garbage. Hey. His companion cuts in. You catch a healthy whiff of alcohol in his breath. This isn't going to happen That isn't gonna happen to us. No way. Only the lowest of the low wind up in the walled city. So like he said, we're going further downstream. As soon as our things are packed, we're out of here. Damn right. This place is a dump anyway. Let's try our luck in Macau? Yes? To hell with this place. Best of luck then. We could say the same to you. You're staying here in Haoi after all. Of the three of us, you're the only one who's most likely to need it. Sure, that's what they all say. Also, I haven't found that drug dealer yet. Have you guys seen a fucking drug dealer around here anywhere? Okay, there's a sailor. Everyone here is just like, we're having nightmares. And I'm like, it's the water. Okay, let's go get paid. Then I want to go talk to the hot Russian in the basement. Boom. Sure. This one? Attending a party, Raymond Black's history. Sure, I'll read this one too. From Kindly Chang to me. Silver Wolf, I need you to come to the parlor. A friend and business partner of mine named Dr. Shin Yang, has need of your services. Something about attending a fancy party in Repulse Bay. He was unwilling to give me the details. I think he wanted to size you up himself. Of course, Auntie Chang. Raymond Black's history. Duncan asked me to do some digging on my own into Raymond's history. I guess he doesn't trust Kindly Chang to give him the full story. I can't say I blame him, since she'd hide things from us if it wasn't in her best interest to do so. So I've been poking around various corners of the Matrix, trying to dig up what I can. Most sinners leave a data trail the size of an aircraft carrier in their wake. Working backward in time, Raymond starts out that way, but it slowly tapers away into nothingness. Sure, I can find some basic records in Seattle, power utilities, a couple of public discussion sites he signed up for, but the further back I get, the less I find. And the craziest part of this, prior to 2032, I can't find anything at all. And that shouldn't be possible. It's like Raymond didn't exist before then. I don't know. I'm going to keep digging, but it'll take me a while. I'll let you know when I get some news worth sharing. Isabel. Open jobs directory. Claim payment. You submit the job as finished and await the response. The Wampoan elders are satisfied with how you handled their little ghoul problem. They've even expressed how impressed they were with your efficacy. I have no idea what you did out there, but you've done well. I've attached your payment. Darn. Try not to spend it all in one place, darling. Yes, Mom. These are the jobs that are active. Okay. And walk away. Let's go talk to the hot Russian in the basement. Oh, I will do that in a minute. I have other shit to do. Hello, Rector. Welcome back, my friend. What can I do for you? Look, about your work. You're a Shadowrunner, aren't you? Don't stab me. He gives you a shallow nod. I dislike the term, but yes, I run the shadows. What gave me away? You're a drone. People on the up and up don't build murder bots for fun. You don't know that. This guy looks like the type of guy that definitely does that. Nothing in particular, I just get that feeling. 'Cause I, too, was once on the streets. Let's do the top one. He shakes his head slightly, a sad look on his face. Such a reductive assessment. I assure you, you're selling my little counterpart quite short. Koshai is combat capable, very much so, but that is far from his only purpose. Koshai scuttles forward, its glowing red eyes low to the ground. Light glints off the metal of its armored chassis. Raptor runs a hand over the drone's killing legs, caressing the sculpted metal with his fingertips. That being said, I cannot deny that Koshai's aptitude for butchery is important to my work. Should you ever get the opportunity to see him in action, you will understand why. Seems like everybody on this boat runs the shadows. Why not pull our resources and work together? Okay, I kind of feel like maybe the second option. Okay, let's go check this out real quick, because I can just load it from here and he can't stop me because I'm the boss. This is me getting right back to Hayley, right? Sure, let's do that one. Do it. Yep. I'm just curious to see what his response is. Later, I'm gonna go back and see what happens if I don't kill the ghoul. Kindly Chang probably shrieks at me like a banshee, but that's fine because I'm bigger than she is. I don't know if she could kill me, but she could probably be like, have someone else do it. She's like, go stab that kid in the face, and I'm like, bring it on. I'm wearing safety glasses. Maybe, I don't know. Alright. I just want to see what's gonna be different about his response. I'm curious. My leg's falling asleep. Come on. There you go. That means I have to talk to this guy again, which is fine. I'll just run through it real fast. What's his name? Steven? With a PH? Stefan? Are you okay? Say the magic word first. Never heard of him. He's like, you're talking about hallucinations. It's not just you. Alright, I'll do what I can. What do you want? Okay. Alright. Thank you. Should I talk to those, like, sailors again? I mean, it's not like they were, like, really important. They were just like, everyone's having nightmares, and I'm just like, that's cool. Did you see that guy over there? He's definitely having nightmares. Okay, let's go back. I just want to see what Ractor's response would be if I'm just like, I just get the feeling I can kind of, like, sense it. I'll reread all my emails. Yeah. Inbox for new messages. Attending a party. Yes, teaching. Thank you, Isabel. Go back. Ooh, you. And leave. Alright, let's go talk to our boy downstairs. I gotta go. I should have probably checked, like, the little message board or whatever. Hello. You're a Shadowrunner, yeah? And he's like, totes. And I'm like, nothing in particular. I just get that feeling. He shrugs. Okay. Interesting. Well, your intuition is correct, as I said. Now I'm going to use mine. You're a Shadowrunner as well, but you're new to the profession. Am I correct? Yes, on all accounts. Koshé scuttles forward, its glowing red eyes low to the ground. Light glints off the metal of its armored chassis. Ractor runs a hand over the drone's killing legs, caressing the sculpted metal with his fingertips. I earn my living in the shadows. I suspect that everyone on this boat does. If we were suited for a more pedestrian line of work, we wouldn't be in Heoi. At the risk of sounding immodest, Koshé's aptitude for butchery is quite impressive. He earns me all that I need anymore. Seems like everybody on this boat runs the shadows. Why not pull our resources and work together? He purses his lips, considering. A compelling offer. I'm doing quite well on my own, but I must admit that there are certain jobs for which I am unsuited. Magic eludes me, and I'm not a decker. My strength comes from material objects in the real world, solid things with mass and heft, things that I can build and operate. Sadly, a great many clients are only interested in teams that display a mastery over the intangible. This group of yours, do you have people who can cover those bases? If so, then perhaps we can help each other out. Yeah, we have a shaman and a decker, both competent at their jobs. And we have a former security expert. I guess that's the best way to describe Duncan. I like to talk about Duncan. In that case, I will accept your offer on a provisional basis. We'll do a few runs together and see how we get on. If our association bears fruit, it will continue. If not, I will bid you my farewell and go back to working alone. How does that sound? Welcome aboard. Very good. Excellent. When you receive a job, you know where to find me. My skills and resources are at your disposal. And with that, I'm afraid that I must bid you good day. I still have work to do down here. This leg assembly won't clean itself. I'll be in touch. Looking forward to working with you. And I with you. I bet. I bet you see this hottie. You know. You know. Sorry, I can't help myself. stuff. I just want to flirt with him all the time. Let's go talk to the Dunkinator. That's what I'm going to call him from now on. Who's that? That's the Dunkinator. He's my bro. Okay. Get rest. Psh. Duncan. Talkie time. You enter Wu's cabin to find him moving through some sort of stretching routine. He's always working out. His muscles ripple as he flows tranquilly from one pose to the next. You look different, Octa. Do I? Better, I hope. Let's do that one. Sort of. It's like I flipped forward a few chapters instead of turning a page. I mean, you look like you just not the you I knew. I get it. You too, just a lot leaner. Are you saying he was fat before? That's not nice. Let's do that. It's funny. Wu looks down at his torso, chuckles. Yeah, remember how Lockjaw used to make fun of my gut? He used to call me Dunkin' Donut. He smiles, his teeth are perfect. I guess I got tired of that whole running out of energy walking upstairs thing. Plus, I needed to slim down to get into the academy. And once I got off my ass and started exercising, really exercising, I found out that I loved it. It's the focus, I guess. I don't have to think about anything. I don't have to talk to anyone. All I have to do is concentrate on my form and count my reps. And no matter what happens after that, I've started my day by accomplishing something. Duncan, you're so adorable. So what about you? He gives you a once over. How are you doing? I'm a little freaked out. I don't know the city at all. I feel like an alien here. Not too good thinking about Raymond. About how you'd expect, been better. Same as always. Maybe one of these two, because I don't know if this is the life I've always wanted, but I'll do not too good thinking about Raymond. I get that. Me too. That's one of the reasons I'm moving through my routine. It helps me center myself. Still think he's alive? Yeah. Good. We keep running, keep looking. He picks up an ammo box and begins using it like a dumbbell. By the way, I gotta tell you, you're good at running this crew, Octa. But there's something I still don't completely understand. What do you get out of being a Shadowrunner? Freedom, I'm not a cog in the corporate machine. It's the money. It's the thrill. It's about seeing the world how it really is underneath the veneer. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. I kind of feel like this would be like, he's like, I don't know. Gives him something to do. I think that's just like what he's doing right now. He's trying to find his dad, so. Let's do this one. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. Carter said that an unexamined life isn't worth living. He smirks. Well, whatever you get out of it, I doubt the trade-off's worth the shorter lifespan. And at the end of the day, what are you? A Shadowrunner, a disposable asset, sinless, slithering through the cracks of society, doing jobs that are too dirty for the core to themselves. You don't even appear on a corporate balance sheet. Runners can be more than that. They can move their own agenda, fight the power. Kind of like that. Like, he can be more than just like, I've never heard a story where a Shadowrunner did something other than kill someone, steal something, or perpetrate some other sort of shady shit. Good luck with that. Wu watches you, waiting for you to say something. I want to talk about you and me. He rests his eyes on you a moment, his face neutral. Yeah? Yeah, I guess now's as good a time as any. You start. You're not acting like the Duncan Wu that I grew up with. What made you decide to become a cop? I needed structure. Bad. You know that better than anyone. I was already hardcore when we met. Mr. Ultraviolence. I'd do anything to get a rise out of the guys I was rolling with. Gouging eyes, inverting knees, curb stomping. That shit got me cheers. I was like a pit fighter, bloodletting for the crowd, and I learned to enjoy it. But I never learned how to block out the memories of their screams when I was lying in bed at night. The guilt started eating me alive, and then I was scared to be alone with my thoughts, so I tried to drown them out with all the things that you drown things out with. I remember that you were pretty messed up when we met. You seemed to have it under control when we were together. How bad was it? Let's do that one. How bad was it? He lowers his head sadly. Pretty nasty. But that was before we met. When we squatted together, and later when we were living with Ray, I was still a violent son of a bitch, but basically under control. That was because of you, Silverwolf. You were the voice of reason and the brains. I don't remember it that way. Like I said, it's funny how you remember things. It may have felt like a partnership to you, but believe me, when we ran the streets together, I was the muscle and you called the shots. You pointed and I hit. But later, after Ray got me some counseling, I realized that I let you call the shots so that I wouldn't have to, because I knew that what I wanted was wrong. By following your lead, I was deflecting my own guilt onto you. It was always your decision, not mine. I could just knock heads and walk away clean. Don't look at me, I'm just doing what I'm told. Might as well have tattooed it on my chest. And then you left. Without you there, I knew that I was in serious trouble. The poster boy for anger management issues. Raymond could provide a stable environment, a decent therapist, and money for prescriptions, but you know Raymond. He's an egghead engineer with a philanthropic streak, not a drill sergeant. And a drill sergeant was what I needed. I needed structure and discipline in a way that he couldn't offer me. I needed a cage to keep myself in line. So I found myself a cage made of rules and procedures and training, Lone Star. Raymond helped me with my application and provided a decent character reference. I got in and it helped a lot. Lone Star got me where I needed to be, and now it's all gone and you're back. Seems like Carter's death hit you pretty hard. Wu continued stretching. Yeah, she was a good one. We were a real team. Joining Lone Star helped me in all sorts of important ways, no doubt about it. I really embraced being a cop. I studied my ass off, but no matter how hard I worked, I was never more than a model cop with a brutal streak. There were plenty of assignments that were perfect for a big, mean orc like me. Assignments that would have fed my need to hurt people. But I met Carter about a year in and she changed things. She talked about values and goals and priorities and constructing the life that you want to live. She was a real trip. She sounds wise. He pauses his stretching for a moment. Never thought about that word as a way to describe her. Wise. From an outside perspective, I guess you'd say that, but to me she was just grounded. She knew who she was, where she was going, and what got her there. Carter understood how that world worked, but compartmentalized it so she could focus on making a life for herself that made sense. She kept me focused. When Raymond asked me to meet him in Hong Kong, I had a feeling I was going to wind up going off the reservation if I didn't bring Carter along, and now she's gone and here I am. You only took one step off the reservation. You can choose to step back too. It might be time to stop looking for someone to hold your leash, Duncan. We can handle like we used to. I'll be the brains and you be the muscle. I say that you honor her memory by showing her how much you've learned. Let's do that one. Wu's mouth drops open and then curves into a grin. He shakes his head, still smiling. I'm sorry, did Octolados just give me sage advice? Sounds like you did some growing up of your own. You've been waiting a long time to ask me about the night I left, haven't you? Wu chuckles and hooks his thumbs in his belt. I guess I have, yeah. It's about what you were doing before you got thrown into that core facility. You said that you had a friend who was in a bind, but that was all you could say. How did it go? Let's just say we're not friends anymore and leave it at that. Whatever you say, Octa. Do you ever think about when we were kids? He begins moving through some sort of pattern. Might be Tai Chi. I try not to. What are you talking about exactly? The time before we moved in with Raymond. and Mrs. Maloney. Oh, the dark times. We're not exactly talking about an idyllic youth here, Octa. Sleeping in dumpsters, running from ghouls, fighting over scraps, who stops moving drifts off for a moment, and defending your territory. If we hadn't found that spot in the abandoned building, found Lockjaw and Double Tray, we probably wouldn't be here. So weird to think about that now. I mean, you realize they were teenagers, right? Younger than Gobbet. They felt so old back then, but Lockjaw couldn't have been more than 17 tops. And Double Tray? Double Tray was only 13 when... Who pauses again, lost in thought. What were you thinking about back then? I miss the clarity of that life. Scrounge for food, defend your squat, watch each other's backs. Just thinking about that thing DT used to say. Wu returns to his pattern. He manipulates an imaginary soap bubble between his hands. Improvise, adapt, overcome. That's how you beat the street. I remember Double Tray saying that. It was while we were living between the red hot nukes and the 162s. Crazy-ass dwarf anarchists on one side and flesh-eating ghouls on the other. Those are the days that you long for? Long for? No. I was just thinking that it's the same now as it was back then. His raspy baritone fills the space between you, bridges it. Survive and watch each other's backs. Yeah, I know. What do you think about the last run? I don't know, Octa. I've had enough of ghouls for one lifetime. The Barons were full of them. Remember what the 162 did to that Atslander family that lived by the old town center? Remember how we found them? It's not the kind of thing you forget. Tooth marks in the bones and all that. His face goes white as a sheet. Yeah, made my stomach turn. Nobody deserves to go out like that. I don't know, Octa. I don't think I'll ever get comfortable with having a ghoul on our crew. Well, we don't have a ghoul on our crew, Duncan. Thanks for the talk, by the way. It went so well. Isabel, how you doing? I think this is the same thing I said last time. If you're looking for your mission, computer's downstairs. Actually, I wanted to talk to you. There's a long pause, and she chirps out a response. We're talking now, aren't we? I guess so. Can I ask you a few questions? She leans back and leans in, scrutinizing the innards of the obsolete deck. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Have you been having weird dreams recently? Her body goes still. Yes, I think that everybody has. Me too. I've been having horrible nightmares. I know. It happens more often than you'd think. She tilts her head in the direction of the walled city. This kind of mass psychosis was common where I grew up. Everybody got it. What is it? What's causing it? I don't know. Slowly she begins rummaging through the guts of the obsolete cyber deck again. I don't think that I want to. Okay, I'm gonna go. Bye, Isabel, bye. She's like, come by anytime. I'm like, yeah, sure. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna talk to Gobbet real quick, and then I guess I'll get some rest. Or not. He's like thinking about it. Pretty much what you expect. Piles of clothes on the ground and overflowing garbage bins surrounded by stacks of instant noodle packets and towers of tinned oysters. Avant-garde posters haphazardly thumbtacked to the walls, overlapping in some places and peeling in others. It feels a lot like an art school dorm room. Gobbet reclines in the corner, cradling a bowl of soup in her hands. At her feet, a cast-iron pot simmers away in an electric hot plate. The contents are typical Hong Kong comfort food: chicken-style soya broth, elbow macaroni, tinned ham, and a heaping scoop of egg-flavored myco-protein. I love how ham is in quotation marks. As you wind your way through the piles of dirty laundry, Gobbet slowly lifts her head from her bowl to acknowledge you. Hey, Seattle! She chews on the words along with a mouthful of cheap pasta. A corner of her mouth curls up into a half-smile. How's tricks? My entire life just got erased and the cops want me dead. I'm doing great. You? Oh, everything's just ducky over here. My friends are dead, I'm on my boss's shit list because of it, and I can't even eat a bowl of soup in peace. She skims the oily slab of faux ham off the top of her soup and pops it into her mouth. Chewing thoughtfully, she looks back up at you with a smile. So it's all good, Seattle. I'm happy as a clam, just like you are. Now, you want to tell me what you're doing in my bedroom? I'm assuming you're not here to admire the view. Have you had any weird nightmares lately? Have you? Her jaw stops working mid-chew, slowly she nods. Yeah, I have. We all have. Everyone in town. Me too, and Isabel. We both just had the same nightmare. Let me guess. You saw the walled city and a black whirlpool and teeth. Thousands and thousands of teeth. She holds up a hand. You don't need to answer. I already know that I'm right, because I just had the same dream. Creepy, I know. Her voice goes quiet. The dreams are coming from inside the walled city. I'm sure of it. All the negative energy pent up in there, all that pain and anger and poison key, it's leaking out. And while we sleep, it's getting into us. If you're so sure of that, why stay in Kowloon? Why not pick up and leave? Yeah, that one. Oh, I was planning on it, but now with the APB in place, Auntie Chang is the only thing standing between us and a bullet in the head. Believe me, I'd leave if I could, but I'm a lot more frightened of the HKPF than I am of a few bad dreams. At least the dreams can't hurt us, right? Who says they can't? She tries on a smile, fails, does her best to laugh it off. Don't worry, Seattle, we're fine here. But, let's talk about something else, huh? I don't like thinking about the walled city very much. Too many old fears and bad feelings. Alright, well, I'm gonna skedaddle, because I'll need a nap, and then I gotta go talk to Auntie Chang. I'm just gonna go to sleep. See ya. I also have a robot. I wish he would have talked with me more, but he's just like, pfft. Duncan. Why would they call you Dunkin' Donut? A Dunkin' Donut's delicious, so they obviously didn't know what they were talking about. Alright, I'm gonna let my dude get some sleep, and then I'm gonna save it, and that's gonna be it for tonight. You wake with a start, your limbs bound up in a sweaty tangle of linen bed sheets. An incredible sorrow swells in your chest. You feel empty, half-starved, and alone. Fragmentary memories of a half-remembered dream fit through your mind. They're already fading away to nothing. I'm gonna chase them. You close your eyes and concentrate, willing yourself to keep the dream from slipping away. Gradually the memory comes back to you. The walled city. You were back in the walled city. You don't remember how you got there, but it couldn't have been anyplace else. Even the barrens weren't so squalid. You remember craning your neck to look above you. The buildings that made up that part of the walled city were new construction, even cheaper than the old. Now their foundations had rotted out from under them, and the buildings leaned into one another like a gang of drunken men. A rain of plaster and asbestos sprinkled down, dusting your shoulders. You began to creep forward, picking your way past the piles of refuse and debris, past the pimps and the dumpster fires, the broken glass and the dirty needles. The air reeked of rot and sewage and industrial waste, a disgusting malang that caught in your sinuses and crawled down your throat. You gagged on the stink, but it didn't slow you down. In the back of your mind, you knew that you had no reason to be doing this. There was nothing for you in the walled city. You shouldn't have been there. But the rest of you was hungry, unbearably, indescribably hungry, and that part of you knew that if you keep moving, you'd finally get to eat. As you forced your way deeper into the walled city, locals stood at their windows and stared. Inexplicably, some of them dropped to their knees. You kept moving. You could see something in the distance, a silhouette, something enormous, at least twice the size of a troll, but delicate. It was beautiful. The huge figure beckoned you, gesturing with slender limb. An explosion of warmth filled your chest, and you knew that if only you could reach it, your problems would be over. She, would make all of your sorrows disappear. You moved forward at a crawl, but the figure felt impossibly far away. You reached out, calling to her, and then you woke up. The empty feeling in your stomach slowly fades, taking the strength and vibrance of the memories along with it. Duncan, I'm having more creepy dreams. Is he in here? Yes. Okay, let's talk to him real quick, and then we can save it. Duncan, Idaho. Listen. Oh, okay, listen. You've been exercising all freaking... you fucking exercising hoe. He's such a workout slut, that Duncan. Okay, let's go ahead and save it. You. I'm just trying to work out, bro. It's like, whatever. Such fucking whatever. Let's just make a new save. Alright, that is going to be it for tonight, my lovelies, but I do love you, so I'm going to save it. This is game saved. And I'm going to hop out of the closet, because because if I have to stay in here any longer, I might explode. Actually, it feels really nice in here. It's warmer than the rest of the house. So, I love you guys. Thank you for coming in and watching. I hope that you're enjoying this game because you know that I am. It's fucking sick. Also, I have a hot adopted brother, and I have a hot raptor in the basement. I have a hot man in my basement. You're welcome. Alright, I love you guys. Night!